Hello, my name is Carty. I'm the Accommodation Manager here in RCSI, and today we are going to discuss on-campus accommodation, off-campus accommodation, and give you a few tips on booking accommodation. Choosing accommodation, how much will you really spend? How much can you afford to spend? Always a good question, always a good place to start. Although we'd all love to live within 3 minutes walk of the college, we are based in downtown Dublin, and the closer you are to the city centre, the more expensive it can be. Where do you want to live? Number 2. Well, do as much research online as you can. Google is a great tool. Check out how close the accommodation is to campus and how easy it is to get from the accommodation you're looking at to the college. You can look at all the various transport systems, walking being the main one. Cycling is also available, and public transport is very good in Dublin. So we have on-campus, off-campus, and private rental accommodation. They're the main 3 types of accommodation. Why on-campus? Very good question. Well, moving from home for the first time can be daunting for both students and parents, maybe most for the parents. They want to know you're safe, secure, and that you have everything that you need, which is what on-campus really gives you. Living on campus is particularly good for first years as they make the transition to university life, and the main options on campus are Mercer Court, Millen House, Scape, and Newmill. Millen House. Millen House is 2 walks from the college. It's for RCSI students only. It's exclusively for first year students. It's managed by RCSI. We have single rooms, twin rooms, and all rooms are en suite. It's over 5 floors, and each floor has a small kitchenette, and then we have a main kitchen, a communal kitchen and dining room, TV, games room. So that's Millen House. Mercer Court. Mercer Court is right beside Millen House. They both share the same courtyard. It's 2 minutes from the college. Again, it's exclusively for RCSI students only. It's also exclusively for first year students. It's managed by RCSI, and we have 19 self-catering apartments. That means we also have single rooms and we have some twin rooms. All rooms are en suite. Again, it's over 5 floors, and each apartment accommodates up to 4 students, and they share a kitchen living room. So that's Mercer Court. Scape is just a little further. It's only 6 minutes walk. They have a variety of rooms for you to choose from. You have standard rooms, medium, large, and then they have studios, and they've even larger studios. So all rooms and studios are en suite, and you can go into Scape and look at the various options you have available. Again, here's Google. You can look on Google Maps and see how to get from A to B, from the accommodation to the college. As you can see, it's 5-6 minutes walk. Very handy tool. Newmill Apartments. It's about 15 minutes walk, which is a short walk. You'd be awake by the time you get to college, hopefully. 2 options. You have single ensuite rooms in apartments, and you can have self-contained studios. For first years, we would recommend the apartments because you are with other students as against being isolated in a studio. Again, Google Maps. You can go into Google Maps, click in Newmill's accommodation, and you can see how to get into the college and how long it takes to walk. It's a short 15 minutes walk. Hundreds of our students like to stay up in Newmill. Additional accommodation. There are other choices apart from the ones I've just mentioned. You have Ainger Street and Wexford Street student accommodation, have for years been looking after our students, and Aparto. Lots of our CSI students like to go to Aparto, and they have 5 locations across the city, apart from all the other providers you can see and find on Google. Private rental accommodation is just that. It's you going to a landlord and renting directly from them. Flats or apartments, as we call them. Renting a property from a landlord, the predominant type is 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. You also have private rental houses where you go to the landlord and you rent the whole house, and you then share it with whomever you wish. Again, you have to watch that you are sharing bills with others, and you have to organize the power, you may have to organize the Wi-Fi and all the other services. Also, in private rental accommodation, by and large, it requires a 12-month lease minimum. Some important advice: a lease is a legal document. When you sign your lease, you're committed to the terms and conditions on the lease. So never sign a lease until you've read it. Never pay money up front before viewing and inspecting the property. Be happy that this is real. We don't want you in any way conned by some nefarious ad up and daft. Have all your needs addressed before you sign a lease. Ask them if you have asthma or something that is a requirement, a special requirement of yours, an individual requirement. Ask them, I'm asthmatic. What is the flooring? Is it carpet? Is it wooden flooring? Don't take it from a picture that you thought that was wood. Ask them if that's something that's important to you. Address it before you sign a lease. It sounds simple, but you shouldn't enter into more than one lease at a time. We know you look at all the accommodation, but don't sign a lease with everybody. That causes great confusion. Student services. I'm part of the student services team, and we're always happy to advise students on suitable accommodation options in Dublin. Now, unfortunately, we are unable to book off-campus accommodation on behalf of students. We will assist and provide guidance and help as you search for your preferred home from home. You can contact us at studentservices@rcsi.ie. Now, how to book accommodation. First and foremost, you must accept your offer to study at RCSI before you book on-campus accommodation. Once you have accepted your offer, you will be provided with access to a dedicated site for new incoming students. And this site will provide you access to booking forms and information on accommodation. In recent years, we've had, I'm happy to say, a lot of new excellent student accommodation coming available. Everybody finds accommodation. Everybody will find suitable accommodation somewhere, and this is no need to panic. All RCSI accommodation, Millen and Mercer, is reserved, again, as I said, for first-year students only, and this gives you a great opportunity to know and get to live with your peers. We always hold and reserve a number of spaces for CAO applicants. So you go on to RCSI having accepted your offer to the college, and RCSI has loads of, that's EYE, and it has loads of information on accommodation, and you look at your accommodation, look at the information, and then you go into the form which will show you Millen House in this case, or Mercer Court, and then you click on the book Mercer Court and it'll give you the form to fill in your details. This says, I'm interested in booking your accommodation. This is not a lease, this is only a query still. As soon as you fill in that, we will respond and come back to you. So thank you very much for your listening in today. And if you have any questions for us, Student Service are hosting a live questions and answer session, and we look forward to answering all your questions and queries. Thank you very much.